What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers, they look like they have a really good chance of missing the play-in game. And I'm not so sure that's what they want to do. So they got a win over the Rockets recently, and they are currently in 7th place. They're one game behind the Dallas Mavericks and the Mavericks and the Trailblazers. So the Lakers essentially are one game from being the 5th seed, but they're currently the 7th seed. But here's my thing. Honestly, unless you can get up to that 5th seed, I wouldn't want to be the 6th seed if I was the Lakers. I'd rather be the 7th seed, play in that playing game against the Warriors, and then potentially play either the Jazz or the Suns in the first round of the playoffs and not the Clippers. And here's why. You can say, oh, the Clippers, they are, they're the Clippers. They fold and they are not clutch and they do whatever they do in the playoffs every year. Here's my thing. LeBron James is hurt, guys. LeBron James is hurt. Anthony Davis is hurt. Your two best players are injured going into the playoffs. You do not want to play Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and the Clippers with Ty Lue on the bench while your injured players are trying to recover from said injury. You would much rather play a young, inexperienced Phoenix Suns team or a young team that's never won anything in the Utah Jazz. A team that's never been out the second round. Yes, they are the 1 and the 2 seed, but the Clippers with championship pedigree with Rondo and Kawhi Leonard and Ty Lue on the bench is a lot more dangerous than an inexperienced young Suns team that's never won anything and a Jazz team that's never won anything. Yes, I said it. Like that's just the truth. Unless you can get where seven games over 2 weeks with Rondo and Kawhi, they're going to be really good in the playoffs. I'm not going to act like they aren't. If you're a Lakers fan, you know how good Rondo and how valuable Rajon Rondo was for the team last year. If you're a Lakers fan, you know how clutch playoff Rondo is. You know how he gets down. You know that he can make plays. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Would you rather play a Utah Jazz team with their best player hurt, Donovan Mitchell, and guys like Bodon and Rudy Gobert, and I can't even name you 3 other guys on the team. Jordan Clarkson, a Phoenix Suns team with they got CP and Devin Booker, but Devin Booker's never even been in the playoffs. CP3's never even been outside, been in the conference finals one time, once or twice in a 15-year career. Shout out to CP, I love him, but and then you got a bunch of kids, DeAndre Ayton and Cameron Johnson and, Mikal Bridges and those guys who ain't never done nothing. Or would you play a Clippers team who actually has a bit of championship pedigree and looking to avenge their disappointing loss in the bubble last year? Yeah, give me the 2 teams that ain't ever won anything. Like, give me those teams. Now, granted, you're going to have to play the Clippers eventually. If they do what they're supposed to do and you do what you're supposed to do, you got to play them eventually, right? But I'd rather play them after LeBron and AD coming off injuries that's kept them out most of the year, essentially. Have a playoff series and have some games under their belt. I don't want to come out the gate with AD still limping and LeBron still holding his ankle against Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Rajon Rondo. I don't want to see that. I'd much rather see Jokic and the Nuggets or Chris Paul and the Suns or Rudy Gobert and the damn Jazz before I see the Clippers in the first round. Allow my stars to get their win because they haven't played basketball forever. I'm talking about LeBron. Haven't played basketball in forever. Get their win. Get what it feels like to be back on the court. Get some wins. And then head with some momentum into playing the Clippers in the second round. Or in some momentum to eventually playing the Clippers into the second round or the conference finals or whatever. But playing them in the first round, no bueno. That ain't it. That is not it at all. No, that is a recipe for disaster and an early playoff exit because the Clippers are out for blood. They don't want to. They got embarrassed last year. They're not trying to have that happen again. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr., the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at VF Sports Show. We post content on there all the time. Thank you.